Hello, everyone. Yesterday, in the previous session, we have discussed something about the dynamic programming introductory part of the dynamic programming, and what is the importance of dynamic programming, who were introduced this dynamic programming, and remaining issues have been discussed with you in the previous session. And today, we'd like to concentrate the first and foremost problem of dynamic programming. So basically, dynamic programming is one of the techniques which could be solve the problems on stage by stage pattern. One stage output will be the input of next stage, and so on and so forth. So basic input for this particular program is actual problem which was given by the dynamic programming problem here. That is the basic point. So, however, multi-stage solution for any kind of problem is called as a dynamic programming here. And here, this is the problem which we like to discuss today. That is all-pair shortest path problem. Yesterday, we have taken some introduction to this particular problem also. So you may be given something like this kind of graph you may be given, and this graph this graph is supposed to be have the directed graph, and as far as the directed graph is concerned, so edge 1 comma 2 1 comma 2 is not equal to 2 comma 1 because of having the directions. Since directions are there with us, it is highly impossible to specify 1 comma 2 will be equal to 2 comma 1. Okay, if you consider 2, 3, for example, this particular, edges which are being taken from 2, 3, so 2 comma 3, edge value will be 2, whereas 3 comma 2, there is no edge is available. You want to specify there is no edge in the sense highest value in the number is infinity. You have to mention infinity here. Infinity in the sense no edge within the specific edge. The starting vertex is from 3 to 2, something like that. And our job is what is the final optimum solution for this one is. So consider one particular vertex, and there might be having some kind of direct edges, or there might have paths which are going to be reached to all other vertices, something like this. So you can traverse right away from 1 to 2 directly, or 1 to 3 directly, or 1 to 4 directly. So what are the edge costs of all these? You have to identify. Similarly, so 2 to 1, so 2 to 3, and the 2 to 4, followed by and so on and so forth. And how many number of edges are there? If vertices are there, you have to find something like that. And sometime, so right away from 1 to 2, there might have some direct edge. Direct edge could be available from 1 to 2. So let us consider this particular cost of this one is some C1, cost 1, for example. And sometimes there might not have any direct edge from right away from 1 to 2. So there is an intermediate edge which could be available here. So from here to here, so you may be reach to C, reach to edge number vertex number 2. So if cost will be there, that is cost 1, and here it is cost 2, and here it is cost 3, for example. So addition of cost 2 plus cost 3, cost 2 plus cost 3, which is lesser value than this particular cost 1, which is cost 1 is the cost of 1 to 2h, whereas the cost 2 is C2 is 1 to 3, and the 3 to 2 cost 3. If you add together, this is the lesser value when compared to this one. Would like to select this particular path instead of going through 1 to 2. If there is no edge right away from, there is no edge, direct edge which is not available between 1 and 2, then there might be having intermediate vertex right away from here to here, you may be reach. Otherwise, one more intermediate vertex might be there. So you have to reach something like this also. If you don't have any edge between these two, let me write in terms of dotted line so that we could understand that there is no edge. Okay. So if a direct edge will be there something like this, that is called as a cast, and a path will be there something like this, it will be called as distance. Okay, that will be called as general notation is distance. Okay, and our job is, what is our job within this particular problem is, from one, what is the smallest, least minimum distance from one to all vertices, and the two to all vertices, and the three to all vertices, and so on up to n to all vertices. So that is our job. That is the basic job which we have to take into consideration. To perform this one, we would like to we would like to continue the approach here. A vertex, a graph can be given having several number of vertices and several number of edges, of having a number of vertices here. And we would like to draw the cost matrix, cost adjacency matrix of G, such that cost of I comma j is equal to 0 for all I equal to j. For all I equal to j. What does it mean? There might not have any loop, something like this. There is no loop, something like this. We don't have any loop, something like this. Because of not having loops, we'd like to consider distance or cost of 1 to 1 is 0. Cost of 1 to 1 is 0. Cost of 2 to 2 is 0. That is the meaning of I equal to j. Okay, that is the meaning of I equal to j. And the remaining cost will be mentioned something like this. If really the edge is available between I comma j, if an edge is available as a directed edge which is available between I comma j, and we have to mention so-called edge cost. Straight away we have to mention the edge cost. Otherwise, it could be mentioned as infinity if edge is not existed between I comma j. Okay, between I comma j, if there is no edge, that could be mentioned as infinity. When you have to see infinity, obviously you have to consider that there is no edge in between I comma j. If you have some value that is a number, then you could understand, yes, there is an edge, directed edge will be there right away from I to j. And note that every edge cost must be always positive. Negative could not be there here, always positive only. Okay. Then how this could be done here in the sense, and of course, algorithm has given, so you could understand the algorithm while doing the problem here. While doing the problem, you could understand this algorithm. I'll come back to this particular algorithm again after completion of the exploration. I'll come back to this particular algorithm again. Okay, just wait for a while. I'll come back to this particular algorithm again. And as we said, this dynamic programming is a multi-stage problem. So therefore, based on the cost adjacency matrix, we'd like to solve this particular problem. So initial cost adjacency matrix will be mentioned as 0, a power 0, a power 0. And this a power 0 will be input for next stage level, that is a power 1. And a power 1 will be the input for a power 2. A power 2 will be input for a power 3. And a power 3 is input for a power 4. So since we have only 4 vertices, you need to identify these matrices by following a simple formula. That formula is this one. This is the formula. So I'd like to mention in a mathematical way also. I'd like to mention this particular formula. Don't worry. Okay. Let me show the problem at this point. Look at this. This is the graph we have given. This is the specific graph we have given. And this is the actual. So actual edge costs which are available with respect to this particular graph here. Look at this. So all diagonal elements are 0. That is 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4 will be 0. Then 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is 3. Yes, we have mentioned here. So 1 to 3, there is no direct edge between 1 to 3, so that we have mentioned as infinity. 1 to 4, Yes, we have an edge that is 7. Yes, that is why we have mentioned 7 here, and so on and so forth. You have to specify this one, and consider this that this is initial cost matrix, original and initial cost matrix. Now, how could you find the A1? So, what is the meaning of A1 here? Let us consider here. A1. What is the meaning of this particular A power 1 in the sense? So, in between one particular edge, let us consider. I'd like to identify the distance between 1 to 2. For example, 2 to 3. For example, 2 to 3. So, if you identify the distance between 2 to 3, let me draw here. Identify the distance between the cost between 2 to 3. I would like to introduce an intermediate vertex, whatever the number you have specified here. Here I have specified 1. So therefore, I'd like to identify what is the direct cost of 2 to 3. Then 2 to 1, what is the cost? Followed by 1 to 3, what is the cost? Out of these, which is the minimum, that is the shortest path. I believe that you understand. So 2 to 3, I'd like to identify the distance between 2 to 3. For example, 2 to 3 will be gets identified. Then what we are trying to identify here, so A power, whatever the value you have with you, that vertex will be intermediate vertex. Take the cost of 2 comma 3. So 2 comma 3, and take another cost of so 2 comma 1 plus cost of 1 comma 3. In between 2 3, we have introduced as an intermediate vertex as 1. So that is why you could consider. So there is a cost in between 2 and 3. There is a cost of some 2 and 3. So I'd like to identify whether is there any other alternative by introducing 1 as intermediate between these two will be lesser distance or not. So how could you? So this is 1 and followed by this one. As I said, this is cost 2 and this is cost 3. If these two, summation of these two will be lesser value of this one, then we'll take this one out. So that is the point which we'd like to identify. So power 1 in the sense, A power 1 in the sense. So here what is our main agenda? So whatever the value I have mentioned as question mark here, So look at this 2 to 3. This question mark will be gives you. So 2 to 3. This is the edge. In between 2 to 3, I'd like to take 2 to 1 and followed by 1 to 3. Okay, intermediate vertex as 2 to 1 followed by 1 to 3. In this way, I have to identify. So look at the formula here. The formula is A power k of I comma j. K equal to right now, so it is 1. K equal to right now it is 1. A power k I comma j is equal to minimum of A power k minus 1 I comma j. K minus 1 is A power 0. This is A power 0 here, which we have. So A power k minus 1 I comma j comma A power k minus 1 of I comma k. So as this particular value as intermediate vertex I comma k, that is so 2 comma 1 plus a power k minus 1 k comma j 2 3. If you consider 2 3 as our actual edge, so 2 comma 1 followed by 1 comma 3. That is the point here which we'd like to consider. That is the point. That is the formula which we'd like to consider here. So based on this one, we have to perform the calculations and identify the values of these. Then one more consideration will be there here. One more extra consideration will be there here. You are trying to so take vertex 1 as intermediate vertex. Therefore, you are taking vertex 1 as intermediate vertex. Therefore, so the intermediate vertex entries from A power 0, otherwise A power k minus 1 are constants. They are not supposed to change from A power 0 to A power 1. That is A power k minus 1 to A power k. So A power k minus 1 అంటే ఈ particular context లో A power k minus 1 is 0. So A power k అంటే 1. సో ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ తీసుకొచ్చేటప్పుడు సో ఈ వాల్యూస్ అంటే ఈ పర్టికులర్ వాల్యూస్ మారకూడదు. ఎందుకంటే మనం ఇంటర్మీడియట్ అదే తీసుకుంటున్నాం కాబట్టి. ఇంటర్మీడియట్ గా వర్కౌట్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఆ వాల్యూస్ మారితే మనకి పార్ట్స్ అంటే డిస్టెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ వన్ వర్టెక్స్ టు వై వన్ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ చేంజ్డ్. కాబట్టి వీటిని మార్చడానికి లేదు, మార్చకూడదు, అది మార్చకుండా చేయాలి. సో కాబట్టి those two will be taken as constant values for a power 1. Okay, a power 1 కి సంబంధించిన అంటే ఫస్ట్ రో అండ్ ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్ will be considered as constant values. Then we'd like to start the work. What are the remaining values which have been left over here? Obviously, the diagonal elements are always zeros only because 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, there is no edge. So therefore, they are called as zeros. And remaining all other values, whatever I have mentioned as a question mark here, all these values will be need to identify. Actually, right away from a power 0, so the value of this one is 2. The value of 2 comma 3 is 2. Is there any lesser cost than this 2? We have to identify. Is there any lesser cost than infinity? We have to identify. Is there any lesser cost than infinity? Here also infinity, here also infinity. So we have to identify. Here it is 1. Is there any lesser value or lesser distance than this particular value which is available as? So we have to identify. So that is the point here. Let us take into consideration. First, I'd like to identify the cost between these two. Look at this. A power 1, 2 comma 3 is equal to, where should we have to get the values? A power 1 minus 1, that is 0. A power 0 నుంచి values తీసుకోవాలి. A power 0 of 2 comma 3 comma A power 0 intermediate is 1 కదా, intermediate is 1 కాబట్టి సో ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ దిస్ 2 కి 3 కి మధ్యలో సో ఇంటర్మీడియట్ ఎడ్జ్ ని ఇంటర్మీడియట్ వర్టెక్స్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేస్తాం. దట్ ఈస్ 2 to 1 ఒకటైతే 1 2 3 7 నెక్స్ట్ వన్. సో A power 0 2 power 1 సారీ 2 comma 1 A power 0 so A0 1 comma 3. Okay, in between these two minimum value ఏదో కనుక్కుంటాం. అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి, సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి. So right away from these values, A power 0, what are the values which you have to consider here? Let us take into consideration here. So A power 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 value is 2. Yes, we have taken 2. So A power 0, 2 comma 1. What is the value of 2 comma 1? 8. 8 has been taken plus 1 comma 3. 1 comma 3 is infinity. Anything plus infinity will be infinity. So therefore, minimum between 2 comma infinity is 2. That is the minimum distance so far. If you take 1 as intermediate vertex between 2 and 3, so that is the minimum distance. Then going forward for this one, okay, 2 comma 4. That దీనికి కూడా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి. ఇంకేమన్నా 2 comma 4 అసలు వాల్యూ ఎంత? సో ఇన్ఫినిటీ. దీనికంటే తక్కువ డిస్టెన్స్ ఏమన్నా ఉందా గమనిద్దాం. A power 0 2 comma 4 is infinity actually, that is infinity. And then 2 1 is 8 and 1 4 is 7. Okay, 8 plus 7, that is 15. Minimum of infinity comma 15 is the value. So the value which is going to place it here is 15. Then immediately we need to identify the value of this one. Similarly, in the same fashion we have to identify. So A power 2 3 2 and 3 1 will be taken the values something like this. So this during this particular point you need to understand always if you take any edge. So here right now 3 2. In between 3 and 2 we have to introduce one more vertex, that is 1. So 3 to 1 1 to 2. 3 to 1 1 to 2. Look at this 3 to 1 and 1 to 2 as 1 as intermediate. Okay, for this one 3 to 2 is infinity here, and then 3 to 1 is 5, and 1 to 2 will be 3. So when compared to these two, the minimum of infinity comma 8 is the minimum value. Similarly, next value is this one. In the similar fashion, we have to identify the same. So 3 comma 4 is 1. This is the 3 comma 4, and 3 comma 1 is 5. This is 3 comma 1 value. 1 comma 4 is 7. So 5 plus 7 is 12, and 3 comma 4 is actually 1. So minimum of 1 comma 12 is 1, and so on. We have to identify in the similar fashion. Okay, and so on. We have to identify in the similar fashion. Finally, A power 1. with the minimum distances from all vertices, one vertex to all vertices, all vertices to one vertex via vertex 1. Via vertex 1. Look at this. This is the key. So instead, I have replaced the values. So instead of this particular question mark, I have replaced it with the value 2. That is 2. That is 15, 8, 1, and 5. Look at this. This is 5, and this is infinity. Infinity in the sense we got infinity value 4, 3. Now, in the next step, what the next stage, what we are supposed to calculate, a power 2 will be gets calculated. So, what is the input for a power 2? A power 1 is the input for a power 2. Therefore, look at this. So, a power 1 is the input for a power 2. And now, so using that particular formula, we are trying to achieve. Now, so this is the specification. Second row and the second column are constant values. You never change. You never change because intermediate vertex is 2 right now. So we need to identify the values of question marks here. The values of question marks here. All these question marks are going to be identified. So let us have a look. Okay. I'd like to display everything. So same formula will be continued for several times. So therefore, I'd like to display everything for a while. I'll keep this particular slide for 2 to 3 minutes. You please observe, are there any error messages? Any errata is there, so you have to mention. Any errata will be there, you please mention. I'd like to adjust. Same process will be same. A power 2, what does it mean? While calculating 1, 2 through. So look at this particular edge. So while calculating minimum distance between 1 to 3, we have to introduce 2 as intermediate vertex. That is 1, 2, 3. If you have any direct edge, there is no problem. If it is not, then you have to introduce 2 as intermediate and calculate the distance. Look at this 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3. We have infinity. There is no direct edge here. So that a power 1, 1, 2, 3, comma, minimum of comma. So a power 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. 1 to 2 is 3, 2 to 3 to 2, 2 to 3 is 2. So this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 2. Minimum of infinity comma 5 is 5. So like that we have to get. Like that we have to get. Okay. So finally, after evaluating everything, you got this particular matrix. Stage 2 has cleared. How many stages are there for this particular graph? 4 stages. Because number of vertices are equal to 4, so therefore we have to identify 4 stages. Let us examine with the next stage. Stage number 3, that is a power 3. So what is the matrix which is used as input for a power 3? That is a power 2. A power 2 is the input for a power 3. Look at this. Graph is same, and the formula which is going to use will be same. And this is the input for next stage, and we are trying to identify the a power 3. What does it mean? In between 2 vertices, in between. So let me consider while calculating the distance between one edge. So we have to introduce 3 as what do you call intermediate vertex, something like this. So that intermediate vertex is 3. So the values could not be changed. So therefore we have to take them as a constant values, and the question marks will be gets identified. Look at this. A power 3 1 comma 2 equal to a power 2 1 comma 2 comma. So we have introduced 3 as intermediate vertex here. So therefore, how this would be happened here in the sense? Directly we are trying to calculate the distance between 1 comma 2. If there is any cost, yes, there is no problem. So and also take 1 comma 3 and 3 comma 2. Okay. So also take 1 comma 3, 3 comma 2. Identify this cost is minimum or addition of these 2 costs are minimum. That is the point which we have made here. So I'd like to display everything. You just go through for a while. You just go through for a while. Okay. So these are the values. I hope that you do understand. So dynamic programming. So performing dynamic programming is very easy when compared to all other. But writing is very high. రాయటానికి అయితే చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది కానీ అప్లై చేయడం చాలా ఈజీ. Pretty much easy. Apply చేయడం. So please go through for a while. And then the final answer will be seems like this. So 3, 6, and then 7, 3, and then followed by 2 and 5. Those values are plotted here. Now, let us go ahead with the next stage, the final stage. Final stage is a power 4. What is the input of a power 4? So this is the input of a power 4. Okay. So let us go ahead. So graph is same and the formula is same. Now we are using a power 3 as input for next stage. Okay. So no input is being, no stage value or output is being discarded here. ఏ ఒక్క అవుట్పుట్ కూడా ఇక్కడ డిస్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయాలి. ఆ అవుట్పుట్ ని నెక్స్ట్ స్టేజ్ కి ఇన్పుట్ గా పంపిస్తున్నాం. అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. అదే గ్రీడీ అయితే 3 డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ 4 డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ కనుక్కుంటాం. కనుక్కొని వాటిని నుంచి తీసేస్తాం. అంటే మనకు కావాల్సింది ఉంచేసుకొని, మనకు కావాల్సిన మినిమం అవుట్పుట్ ఉంచేసుకొని, సో మిగతా ఆయన కూడా డిస్కార్డ్ చేస్తాం. కానీ ఇక్కడ అలా కాదండి, ఇన్పుట్ ఇస్తూ వస్తున్నాం, గమనించండి. So a power 4, so 4 as intermediate vertex, so that we have to take as constants of 4th column and 4th row, and we'll perform this same. So here would like to identify the distance between 1 to 2 here. Distance between 1 to 2 is being identified. So 1 to 2 will be the distance which is being identified. That might be having some kind of cost. So by introducing 4 as intermediate, so some more costs are there, which is minimum, that is going to be 2. Problem is same. Only the values have been changed. Look at this everything. Look at this everything. Please go through. And finally, this is the answer. Okay, so that is the answer. So number of vertices are 4. So therefore, 4th matrix also gets identified. So the problem is gets over. The problem is gets over here. Therefore, I'd like to collect all those things and place into single area. Look at this. Look at this. So this is the actual original matrix. The distance between 1 to 1, 0, 1 to 2, that is 3, 1 to 3. So that is actually infinity. There is no direct edge. Then after the finishing of this particular problem, what is the distance? So that is here 1 to 3 is 5. How could you get this particular 5 here? So you are moving. Look at this. So this way you have moved this particular way 1 to 2, and then followed by 2 to 3. So therefore 3 plus 2, that is 5. That is the 5. That is the value. So then, so 1 to actually in original 1 to 4 is 7. Is there any minimum? Yes, it is minimum. That is so what is that? 6. 1 to 4 is 6. So how you can move here? So you have move 1 to 2, then followed by 1 to 2 to 3. That is 3 plus 2 5. 5 plus 1, that is 6. When compared to direct, you will take this particular route. That route will be gives you so lesser cost when compared to direct cost. Okay. In such a way, so finally you have identified all pairs shortest paths. All pairs shortest paths. You can observe this one here. You can observe this one also. 4 to 4 comma 2. What is the 4 comma 2? There is no direct edge from 4 comma 2. How could you traverse? So here it is 4 comma 2 will be this 7. Okay, this is 7. 4 comma 2 in the sense you have to starting vertex is 4, and ending with index is 2. So therefore, you move 4 to 1. First, you have to move 4 to 1 in this way, in this direction you have to move. After this one, you have to move 2. So that for 2 plus 3, that is total 5. Likewise, you could traverse right away from one vertex to all other vertices so that you could get M out 4 is the shortest paths in between all vertices. In between all vertices, this is the shortest path. In this way, you have to identify. Okay. So this is our problem. Tomorrow we shall conclude. We shall take the knapsack problem one more time, because in greedy we have discussed knapsack, and here also one more knapsack is there. I'd like to discuss knapsack problem by tomorrow. Okay. So I'd like to discuss knapsack by tomorrow. Already one more thing is there. Single source shortest path in general weights also there. I just keep aside of this one for a while. So string addition also I'd like to keep aside of this one. Then we'll go ahead with this one, because knapsack will be very lengthy problem. So two rules are there. Those rules are very, very important rules. So tomorrow we shall discuss knapsack, and after tomorrow single source shortest paths, then string addition, reliability design. So within 3 days, within 4 days, so this unit will be get solved. Okay. This is for tomorrow today's class. Please wait for a